Hello my lovely crafting friends. Today, I'm so excited to share something incredibly special with you. Look at this little kitty. We are going to crochet this super creative cat together. And the best part? It's not just a keychain. It's a 3-in-1 magic pattern. You can turn it into a cozy bookmark, a cute charm for your bags, or even an adorable hair clip. Super useful and practical, right? You can make a whole family of them in no time. And of course, don't worry if you've never picked up a hook before, this project is 100% beginner friendly. I'll guide you through every single stitch. So, grab your favorite yarn, get cozy, and let's start making. I've listed all the materials you'll need right here on the screen, and you can also find the links to matching supplies in the description box below for your reference. Here is the crochet abbreviation guide to help you follow the pattern easily. Let's take a quick look. Here, with this keychain pattern, I will show you guys the color changing version, like this. If you choose to make it in a single solid color, it's very simple. To crochet the head, we will start with the orange yarn. For the first round, I will create a foundation chain of 7 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now, we will work back starting from the 3rd chain from the hook. Here is the 3rd chain. I will work 1/2 double crochet into this stitch. Continuing in that same stitch, I will work another 1/2 double crochet. Across the next 3 stitches, work 1/2 double crochet into each stitch. 1, 2, 3. In this last stitch, I will work 4 1/2 double crochets into the same stitch. Now, just as I'm about to finish this 1/2 double crochet with orange, I will take the white yarn. To change the yarn color, after changing the color, I will work the remaining 2 1/2 double crochets into that same stitch using the white yarn. Moving to the opposite side, I will work symmetrically across the next 3 stitches, making 1/2 double crochet in each stitch. 1, 2, and 3. Then, into this very last stitch, I will work 2 1/2 double crochets into the same stitch. When crocheting the second 1/2 double crochet, I will hold it like this to switch back to the orange yarn. We finish the 1/2 double crochet, and I will make a slip stitch to finish the round. So, that concludes our first round. To start the second round, I will first chain 1. In the same stitch as the chain, I will work 2 1/2 double crochets into the same stitch. Into the next 2 stitches, I will work 2 1/2 double crochets into each stitch. In the next 2 stitches, work 1/2 double crochet into each stitch. Into the next 3 stitches, I will work 2 1/2 double crochets into each stitch. Alright. 1, 2. On this 3rd set of 2 1/2 double crochets in the same stitch. As I'm about to finish the 1/2 double crochet, I will change the color to the white yarn. Then, into the next 2 stitches, I will continue to work 2 1/2 double crochets into each stitch. In the next 2 stitches, work 1/2 double crochet each. We have 2 last stitches remaining here. I will work 2 half double crochets into each stitch. At this final set, I will change the yarn back to orange. Then, remove the stitch marker and make a slip stitch to finish the round. And that concludes our second round. Starting the third round, I will first chain 2. In this stitch, I will work 2 double crochets into the same stitch. In the next stitch, I will work 2 half double crochets into the same stitch. Right next to it, I will work 1 single crochet and 1 half double crochet in the same stitch. Next, work 2 double crochets into the same stitch. Next, I will work 2 treble crochets into the same stitch. One. 2. After that will be 2 double crochets into the same stitch. In the next 3 stitches, work 1 single crochet into each stitch. Next, I will work 2 double crochets into the same stitch. Next up are 2 treble crochets into the same stitch. Following that, work 2 double crochets into the same stitch. Then, work 1 half double crochet and 1 single crochet into the same stitch. Next, I will work 2 half double crochets into the same stitch. And when making this second half double crochet, halfway through, I will switch over to the white yarn. We will continue crocheting with the white yarn. In the next stitch, I will work 2 double crochets into the same stitch. Next, I will work 2 half double crochets into the same stitch. Then, work 2 single crochets into the same stitch. Into the next 5 stitches, work 1 single crochet into each stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. In the next stitch, I will work 2 single crochets into the same stitch. And into this final stitch, I will work 2 half double crochets into the same stitch. Now, I will make a slip stitch to finish the round. And we don't need to switch back to the orange color anymore. Now, I will use the white yarn to create a border round. Like this, going from this edge over to here. We will join the white yarn. And into each stitch, work a slip stitch like this. I will work a row of slip stitches all the way around. I will use black thread to embroider the facial features. Embroidering the whiskers and the mouth section. For the cat's body, we will start with the white yarn. I will create a foundation chain of 7 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Starting from the 3rd chain from the hook. Right here in this stitch, I will work 2 half double crochets into the same stitch. Across the next 3 stitches, work 1 half double crochet into each stitch. But first, I will work. In this very last stitch, I will work 4 half double crochets into the same stitch, 2 half double crochets in white. After changing to the orange yarn, and when making this second stitch, I will switch to the orange yarn. I will work the remaining 2 half double crochets. At this point, I'll pause like this and switch back to the white yarn. We will continue working with the white yarn. Moving to the opposite symmetrical side, into each stitch here, I will work 1 half double crochet, making 3 half double crochets in total. Alright. Two. And 3. Into the last stitch, I will work 2 half double crochets into the same stitch. And that completes our first round. For the second round, chain 1, and into the same stitch as the chain, I will work 2 half double crochets into the same stitch. Into the next 2 stitches, work 2 half double crochets into each stitch. Across the next 2 stitches, work 1 half double crochet into each stitch. Next, into the following 2 stitches, I will work 2 half double crochets into each stitch. At this point, I'll pause here to switch to the orange yarn. Across the next 3 stitches, I will work 2 half double crochets into each stitch. Here. Two. And on this third set, I will change back to the white yarn. In the next 2 stitches, work 1 half double crochet each. For the remaining 2 last stitches, I will work 2 half double crochets into the same stitch. Then, I will finish the round. And that concludes our second round. For the third round, I will first chain 1. And in the same stitch as the chain, I will work 2 half double crochets into the same stitch. In the next stitch across the next 2 stitches, work 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Next, I will work treble crochets. And I'll work 3 treble crochets into the same stitch. In the next stitch, I will work 1 treble crochet and 1 double crochet into the same stitch. Moving to the next stitch, I will work a double crochet. Chain 1. And going back into that same stitch, make a slip stitch. In the next 2 stitches, I will work 2 stitches, making 1 single crochet in each stitch. Then, I will make a slip stitch into the next stitch. Chain 2. And in that same stitch, I will work a double crochet. In the next stitch, I will work 1 double crochet. In the very next stitch, I will work 3 treble crochets into the same stitch. And in the next stitch, I will work 2 double crochets into the same stitch. And at the same time, I will switch over to the orange yarn. I'll hold it right here to switch to the orange yarn. Into the next stitch, work 2 double crochets into the same stitch. Into the next 2 stitches, I will work 2 half double crochets into each stitch. Repeat this 2 times. In the next stitch, I will work 2 single crochets into the same stitch. Across the next 3 stitches, work 1 single crochet into each stitch. And on the 3rd single crochet, I will change the yarn color. I will hold it like this to switch to the white yarn. Continuing across the next 4 stitches, work 1 single crochet into each stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4. For the remaining last stitch, I will work 2 half double crochets into the same stitch. Then, I will make a slip stitch to finish the round. And we will fasten off and cut the yarn. For this scarf section, I will use the orange yarn to create the border. I will work it in the exact same way. We will work a slip stitch into each stitch. And I'll keep going like this until the end. As for the tail, I will create a foundation chain of 8 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Working back from the 3rd chain from the hook, I will make a half double crochet. Continuing across the next 2 stitches, work 1 half double crochet into each stitch. In the next 2 stitches, I will work a half double crochet decrease. I will start a half double crochet like this and hold it here. Then move into the next stitch to pull up another loop for the half double crochet. Hold it like this, and then pull the yarn through all the loops on the hook. And that completes our half double crochet decrease. For the final remaining stitch, I will work 1 half double crochet. Then, I will chain 1 to lock the stitch. And cut the yarn. To make this keychain piece sturdier, I have used felt fabric to glue onto the back. You will need to cut the felt pieces according to the shapes of the head, the body, and the tail. I have already pre-cut mine here. This is the head section. You will place the head piece right on top of the felt fabric and trace/cut along the outline. Now, I will proceed to glue them together. After attaching the keychain ring, it will look like this. Today, we have successfully crocheted an adorable little kitty keychain together. Happy crocheting, everyone! And I look forward to seeing you all in my upcoming videos. Goodbye!